Yo, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Fro, and today I'm going to be talking about 6 films that I recommend. 6 films that I highly love. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. First off, we're going to start with Shaun of the Dead, starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Kate Ashfield, Dylan Moran, Penelope Wilton, Bill Nighy. Just an incredible cast, phenomenal writing, awesome screenplay, great foreshadowing throughout the film. You can watch this one and you'll catch something that you missed about 50 times over. Great, incredible replay value. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are an incredible duo together. Some of the best chemistry that I've seen between two actors. And I highly recommend this one. The zombies are fun and bumbling, but it's more than a zombie comedy. It's actually very effective in some dramatic moments, and I don't mind the romance element at all. And the horror elements are great. And there's some genuinely pretty intense sequences in this film. Check out Shaun of the Dead. Moving on to the next film is They Live. Check out my review when you get a chance. It's starring Roddy Rowell Piper, rest in peace, and Keith David, directed by John Carpenter. Now, this film is a fantastic commentary on how the government rules the population and all is not what it seems to be, and everybody has a wool over their eyes. So when Roddy Rowell Piper puts on these special sunglasses and sees that everybody's an alien under disguise, it gets really rather frightening. And this is a movie that I definitely think about heavily with each watch of how people operate in this world and how there can be possibly hidden creepy and how there can possibly be really I don't know. I don't know. Check out They Live when you get a chance. It's a fantastic film. One of my favorite John Carpenter films, top 5 of his filmography. Next up, we have Black Dynamite, starring and directed by Michael Jai White. Now, this is a great satire of the blaxploitation era around the 70s, and Black Dynamite is hilarious. The action is rather stylish for such a comedic film, but Michael Jai White is great as our lead Black Dynamite. We have an excellent supporting cast with Tommy Davidson, and we have Cedric Yarborough. We have a couple cameos with Abba Babatunde, with the pimp scene, Bokeem Woodbine, and again, yeah, check this out when you get a chance because there's so many quotables and fantastic pieces of dialogue that you won't forget. And the replay on this one is very high as well. Now, I think Jamie Foxx's best performance is Ray Charles, rest in peace. I think he does a fantastic job with his portrayal. The translation on screen is damn near perfection, in my opinion. And I think he's never been better. Now, the writing is great. Supporting cast, we have Regina King, Lorenz Tate, Clifton Powell, and a lot of standout performances as well. And Jamie Foxx, in my opinion, definitely deserved the Oscar for this performance. It's a knockout, standout performance, and nothing but high praise. And in my opinion, arguably the best biopic performance from an actor that I've ever seen. It's really uncanny and damn near eerie at times with how he's playing Ray. The musical sequences and even the dramatic, intense moments between him and some of his wifeys or girlies around the time. And even the drug addiction portrayal is really hard to watch. But Jamie Foxx, excellent job, A+ film. Now, next up, we have Dawn of the Dead. Now, George A. Romero, rest in peace, is my favorite filmmaker of all time. And my personal favorite film of his is Day of the Dead, but I really want to recommend Dawn and This Bout. Now, as much as I love Night, his first film of the trilogy, I want to say that Dawn is one of the best sequels of all time. Incredible acting all across the board with Ken Foree as our lead. Now, Dwayne Jones as Ben was an A+ performance in Night. But with this film and Dawn, there's a really nice comedic side to it as well. And there's also some really nice commentary going on between the film. And I highly recommend this one. This is an awesome watch. And even if some people claim that it's dated or it looks a bit wonky, like with the makeup and such, I really overlook it because overall, this is a really necessary movie that you got to check out at least once in your life. For the 35th year anniversary, I want to highly recommend the first Tremors film. It's in my top 5 movies of all time. Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward are in excellent chemistry together. Um, the monster creature design with the graboids is, in my opinion, really ahead of his time. I love the prosthetic appeal to it. No computer effects from what I remember. Maybe a tiny bit of stop motion when they're traveling underground. But otherwise, great acting for comedy horror as well, because it knows it wants to be a B horror flick because it's reflecting on the times back in the 50s and 60s with the monster films we had around that time, like the original Thing. But Tremors brings a nice modern feel for that, especially with the setting and the cast that we have. It's a boatload of fun. I highly recommend it. Easy 10 out of 10 for me. And it's always going to be a timeless classic. Tremors 1, bong. And that's it, y'all. It's your boy Fro. That was 6 movies that I highly recommend. Some of my favorites that are near and dear to my heart that I grew up watching ever since I was a child. And I can put these on any time of the day. Know each piece of dialogue and every scene and every cue cut. But that's because that's just my nerdy self. But if you haven't seen any of these, check them out immediately. And that's it. That's it. It's your boy Fro. And until next time, thank you.